This interview is for information only and should not be considered as investment advice or a recommendation to buy shares in the company featured. Welcome to this Stock Box interview.
Well, I'm joined in person by Craig Foster, of course, the CEO of ONDO InsurTech, and Andreas Wollsted from Länsförsäkringar. Thank you both for talking to me today. Craig, first of all, you're here back at ITC DIA. I was watching your presentation earlier, and this has got quite a special place in your heart, hasn't it? You were here, 5 years ago for the first time with one of the smaller booths over there, and that's where you met Andreas here, and well, it's gone from there. So just tell us a little bit about the story of your history with ITC.
Yeah, well, it's a really great conference, and so we were here almost exactly 5 years ago, and we did a main stage presentation, and we kind of launched the idea of Leakbot to the kind of European insurance market. So we gave them a pitch on how we could use Internet of Things technologies to prevent water damage claims, and it was really well received. So they do this award for promising InsurTech, and we won the DIA Diamond Award, and there's still a plaque outside on the previous award winners, so we're on the wall. But of course, back then it was just an idea. And it was even like prior to our first deal with Hiscox. So it was at that conference that we met the guys from LF, and obviously they've grown into being one of our most important partners. So it was really cool. Today we came back together to present the case study of what we've done together since.
Yeah. Well, I watched the presentation and I'll ask you some questions in a moment on that. But first of all, we should probably catch up on just some very recent news from ONDO here. First of all, Ageas, you've signed a 12-month trial with Ageas, so that's a good milestone win, isn't it?
Yeah, great. I mean, they're one of the largest personal lines insurers in the UK. So yeah. I know a lot of the chat recently has been all about America, but it's nice. It's nice to sign a new UK partner as well.
Indeed. And talking of America, you expanded out, the plan is, I think, for Nationwide and Pure to expand into Washington, D.C. And you also appointed Wendy, didn't you, as a Director of Customer Services? So things still growing nicely out there in the US?
Yeah, that's right. I mean, we did the capital raise recently, and it was really designed to build out the infrastructure and support the growth in the US. So they're just two good signs that we're executing on that strategy. I mean, that role was a key hire that we flagged as part of the fundraising, and so the whole point of that role is to work alongside Jim, manage the existing partners, make sure that those launches are successful, and make sure that those partners reorder. And she's perfect for the job. I mean, she worked at Simply Safe in the US and faced into all of their insurance partners. So her address book is really very relevant. Her experience is exactly what we were looking for. And so it's a really good fit, and she's got off to a really good start. And then also Nationwide and Pure have both launched into Washington. And this is really what the strategy is in the United States. As we get one partner in one state, we invite the existing partners to then also launch in that state, and we kind of build the critical mass of volume state by state.
Excellent. Okay, well, thank you, Craig. Andreas, if I can ask you a few questions. I was watching the presentation, and a few things that I noted. You said that your customers found it very easy to install the Leakbot, and your 80% install rate. So, I mean, is that what was expected? Is that better than what was expected?
From our opinion, I think it was better than expected, because we were more likely how easy it is to install. Is it as easy as we've been told and we found it, but how will our customers react, and how will they take this forward? So yeah, it was better than we expected. Yeah,
better than you expected. Good. And you also noted that you'd seen the increase in customer growth based on offering the Leakbot here, and also you've seen a cost saving, or you're starting to see a cost saving from the entire Länsförsäkringar group.
Yeah. Yes, we are, and it's saving costs. We're lowering our average claim costs with big time, so it's making a good effect on the claim costs.
And a couple of other things I noticed as well. You did say in the presentation that you plan to roll out to more customers, but you also said you'd be happy to recommend the Leakbot product to other insurance companies. So you're obviously very happy with what you've seen so far.
Yeah, we are. And the collaboration together with Leakbot and ONDO has been very good. So, okay. Yeah.
Well, of course, the biggest fact that was stated today from Länsförsäkringar was that you saw a 40% reduction in the claims, and that's from the rollout that's been going on, which I think was also 40% of your customer base. But it's a 40% reduction in the water damage claims. So again, was that something you were hoping for? Is it better than you were hoping for?
Yeah, we were hoping for that, but we were hoping for that numbers as well, but not so fast. In the long run, yeah, but not so quick as now. Okay. Yeah.
And do you think this, what you've seen then, will encourage you to roll out quicker?
Yeah, of course, and we are promoting it in the whole ELF group and to the other ELF companies very much too, so we can support them and helping them with the rollout, take our experience with us to show them and help them when they are rolling out.
How many regions at the moment is the Leakbot deployed in for Länsförsäkringar?
Right now it's 14 regions of 23. Yeah.
23. And the plan is to go for all 23?
Yeah, hopefully.
Okay, good. I just have one question that came in. This is actually from an investor from ONDO here. Just want to check that Länsförsäkringar are supplying their own plumbers for the repairs here. Is this helping you with the sort of accelerating the rollout, the planned rollout of the Leakbot technology across the group?
I think it's helping that just because we could help the other companies. We can support the other companies with the plumber services, we can take the back office functions, and we can, because of our relations to ONDO and Leakbot, we can help the other companies to roll out a bit quicker.
Excellent. Well, thank you very much for your time today. It's very nice to hear from you here. I know you've been spending the next couple of days with the ONDO team here, but it's nice to hear you're very happy and the group are happy with the tech. And I'll ask Craig a few more questions that investors have sent in on how the company is going to continue to grow and build. Do you know at the moment how many you're shipping, how many Leakbots you're shipping per month, or can you not really say?
Yeah, I mean, obviously I know, but I can't really say. Anything like that would be price-sensitive information that we would have to release, but...
Okay, yeah, we can await an RNS on that. Okay, that's fine. Are you looking to increase the Leakbot production capacity in the near future?
Well, we've got capacity now in the existing factory up to 240,000 units a year. So we're okay for a while, but we've got a plan with the factory. We know how we're going to do it when we hit that point, and it's a relatively easy thing for us to expand into a parallel facility when we're ready.
Good. And in the United States, are the US customers keen to roll out further into further states, but ONDO are perhaps controlling the rollout to avoid not overstretching yourself?
I wouldn't say we're controlling the rollout. I think what we're saying is we're doing it on a careful, kind of planned, state-by-state basis. So what's difficult for us is if an insurance company wanted to just send a handful of devices to every state in the United States, because key to our solution is having the plumbers trained and ready to fix the leaks. But what we are doing with the insurers is basically expanding on a state-by-state basis. So once one insurer is in the state, like we've done with Pure Nationwide recently, we bring the other partners and encourage them, if they've got a customer base there, to then follow into those states. Okay. And with our partners, there's current conversations and a kind of target list of states as to where we'll go next. So that's the way that we'll expand.
Okay, good. And another question that came in, the last one that I picked up on, was how significant will the recently awarded ISO certification be to furthering the Leakbot footprint in the US?
Yeah, well, I think it's part of the credibility that's come with just winning the deal with Nationwide. So, that was key to, hit that very high bar that Nationwide had to become an official one of their partners, and that sent a certain signal to to other similar size and larger insurance companies in the United States. So obviously to get through any of those procurement exercises, there's always a big gate to get through on everything to do with data security, but having that certification in place massively helps, and it shortcuts a lot of that conversation.
Thank you very much, Craig. Just a final thought, perhaps. How does it feel to be back here? I know you said earlier we can't see them at the smaller stands you were at 5 years ago, but you obviously got a much bigger stand. How are you feeling being sort of back again, and obviously having your customer, one of your first customers, by your side, helping you tell the story?
Yeah, it's been great. I think I always really enjoy these events, and it's funny because you get on the stand and you get into the groove of doing the pitch. And what's funny when we've been reflecting on it is that the actual pitch hasn't really changed for 5 years. I think we got it right at the beginning, that it's a big problem. Here's a unique solution. The sensor's unique. That resonates with insurers. The plumbing service is part of it. So what's weird is how remarkably consistent the pitch is. I think what's different now is there was an element of fake it till you make it 5 years ago, where it all looked great, but behind the scenes, we were kind of stringing it together, and we had very limited traction. Whereas now it's those kind of reasons to believe just totally different. When we talk about, we've 40% penetration with Länsförsäkringar and the rollout to 2 million customers, and the fact that they've seen a 40% claim saving. We talk about the fact that we won the deal with Nationwide. We've launched 4 states in the US in the last 6 months. The fact that now it's in with 17 insurers in 4 countries. And also the other thing that's really interesting is 5 years ago, Mark, this hall was full of Internet of Things. I was talking to a guy from Gartner today, and the Gartner hype cycle. Mm-hmm. And so 5 years ago, Internet of Things was at the peak of the hype cycle, and all of the competitors are gone. We're the only IoT solution that's here. Everything now is AI. So all the new venture money's gone into AI. So 5 years from now, there'll only be 1 or 2 of those AI providers that are still standing. Yeah. But I think what's interesting now is we've just hit that point where, the solutions, the only things left standing are the solutions that actually work. And, and we're hitting that, that adoption curve now. So, it's good. It's good to be back.
Yeah, good to be back. Well, I'm definitely picking up on the AI theme here for sure. And you're the only kind of Internet of Things product-based here these couple of days. In terms of what's to come then, Craig, I mean, I get the feeling from talking to you, I've met the other members of the team as well. These are what span out from, of course, HomeServe. What's coming up in the future? I mean, would you say the next 18 months are really going to be quite transformational for the company? Not putting words in your mouth, but that's the sense that I'm getting with where you're going, different trips you're doing, and different customers that are coming on board, and the confidence of Andreas over there publicly talking about the success story.
Yeah, I think it's all about just the momentum building. So, in some ways it's remarkably boring because the strategy, is very, very consistent. We're sticking, I just had a conversation with somebody from Germany, and we are very deliberately at the moment sticking to those core markets because we've got such a big opportunity ahead with the guys from Länsförsäkringar in Sweden. And the US opportunity is massive, and there's so much going on over there at the moment, both with the partners that we're already with and some of the plans that they've got for later this year, which are really exciting, but also some of the pipeline partners that we've got over there. Okay. And Wendy's already adding to the funnel as soon as she's arrived. So it's going to be very consistent, sticking to the core strategy with those core partners in those core markets. Okay. And that's the plan. But just turning that wheel as fast as we can is the aim of the game now.
Okay. And of course the product is locked up, isn't it? It's protected, it's patented, so you can go on a steady, what you say, boring strategy, going where the growth is and then building from there.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay. Yeah. Well, thank you very much, Craig Foster, CEO of ONDO InsurTech. Yeah, good to see you in person again. Yeah, thank you.
Thanks.
If you enjoyed this interview, then give us a thumbs up, a like or a retweet. Subscribe to us on YouTube or follow us on Twitter and hit that notification bell to be the first to know when we release new content. There's loads of great content on our website too, across all our programs at stockboxmedia.com. Thank you for watching.